A lot of the time, you don't need to memorize every single thing in front of you when you're learning information. There are some things you could leave out, but it really depends on the information and how well you know it. Because if you know a lot about a topic, then you can leave out a lot of different parts of to whatever you're learning because you're like, oh yeah, that's implied. Of course, this piece will have to go with this piece. Because if you go to something that you have no idea on, and you start to memorize it and learn it, you're like, wait, I need to know everything because I have no idea how anything works or like what words are important. So you kind of go into like memorize everything mode. But there are a lot of times where you can leave things out. So poetry, I hate poetry. And so for poetry, you pretty much have to memorize every single thing at the USA Memory Championship. If you forget a comma, forget to capitalize something, you lose the whole line. So it pretty much sucks, okay? And so for me, I don't want to memorize every single thing because I want to try to get as many lines as possible, right? And so this poem right here, oh my god, just look at it. Its structure is horrible. Or maybe it's just because, let me see. It is horrible. Let's go back. So when memorizing poetry, I leave out kind of small words. So it might be I might leave out for this one, of, the, a. Now, when you leave out information, depending on the information, you have to keep that in mind. For poetry, if I leave out like a right here, I might have a problem because going back, I might be like, crap, was it the horse? A horse? And so, depending on what you're leaving out, there might be possible options for what might fill the blank. Now, for poetry, what I do is I memorize the different lines, and then I go back and review them in my head, then check with the actual poem to make sure it's right. Because I have to make sure that if I leave out A or is or B or whatever it may be, that I pick the right word to fill it back in when I'm actually recalling the poem. Because the horse is shivering is correct, right? A horse is shivering is correct as well. They both sound correct. And so it's a problem sometimes when you leave out information that you might have to guess about what you left out. And depending on what it is, like for poetry, you miss one thing, you lose that whole line. So a line could be worth 50 points, but because you miss one little thing, you lose all those points. Now, I can't speak about every single information out there because I don't know all the information out there. But there are things you can leave out here and there that are going to make things a lot easier for you. And so I just want to bring that to your mind because a lot of people don't realize that you can leave things out. That you don't have to memorize every single thing. You know, common sense, use your knowledge on the current subject material, and then make the best decision possible. Like, okay, I can leave stuff out like this, and this. For example, Bud Light, Miller Lite, other beers that have light in it. Say if you were memorizing those beers, which I'm helping someone do, you don't have to memorize light at the end of it. Yes, I know Miller Lite is spelled Lite. The other ones are just spelled Light. But you can leave out light because all the beers in that specific category have light at the end of it. And so you just need to know, okay, all these beers have light at the end of it, so I don't have to memorize any of the lights, just what the beer is. Miller, Bud, whatever, and so on. And so stuff like that could save you so much time from actually learning all this information that's completely useless to learn if you use your knowledge on the topic. And so it makes a difference. Pay attention next time you're trying to learn something and see, hey, what can I cut out that will make the learning process a lot easier and allow me not to memorize as much information as I would have if I had to learn every single thing that's in front of me. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time.